What's up, everyone? Welcome to Kraka, Loki's Den, and I'm your host, Loki Goblin 13. This is kind of like a test video. I want to see if this thing actually works. I got myself a new headset. Hope I plugged it in right. Otherwise, it's going to be a very low video. But I want to talk about a few things, so it's kind of like a test slash, you know, chat video, I guess. Yeah, face to face again. Get to see my ugly mug. But anyway, some stuff to talk about. Hope everyone liked the return of Gizmo. Gizmo's been weird lately. He's not on today because he's in one of his little moods that he's been getting in lately. I guess he's in his teenage years. I don't know. I mean, he's only one, so. But yeah, and we have a little bit of a problem with Seamus. Otherwise, Seamus would probably be on today, just to be fair. But Seamus injured his eye. We have to take him to the animal hospital today because we took him to the vet yesterday, and the vet said there's really not much they can do. He has to go in for surgery. He has the corner of your eye, that little like tear duct area. Apparently, something happened. We don't know. It wasn't Gizmo's fault. At first we thought it was Gizmo that did it, but the vet said there's no way the cat could have done that. Something happened where the muscle that's in that tear duct popped out. So now he's got like this, like the tear duct is almost covering his eye. It's like really weird looking. They call it the cherry eye, but it's pretty nasty looking. It really is, and I mean, he doesn't look like he's in pain, but you could just see that it's obviously bothering him because like half his eye is covered with it, so he can only see like, and he doesn't really move his eye because I guess when he moves it, it hurts. So the vet claims we have to take him to the animal hospital today. We had to make an appointment for this whole thing, and apparently he has to have surgery done. The animal hospital claims they're going to try to do it without surgery to put it back in, but if they can't, then he's got to be operated on. They got to cut like his eyelid or something like that and put it back in, and then they have to stitch it shut. So yeah, he's sleeping right now. My fiance and I feel really bad. We're like, oh my god. And unfortunately, this surgery is not going to be cheap. So it might put a little dwindle on me going to the convention because if this surgery is as expensive as they claim it is, then that's pretty much all my money. So, but you know what? I'd rather have the dog feel better than go to the comic book convention. There's always next year. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Haven't got any packages in yet that I've been waiting for. Apparently, I ordered this one thing that I'm just think is amazing. I thought it was really cool. I hope it's as cool as it looked on the page there because it's one of the things I've been wanting for a while, and I had ordered it almost a week ago, and then the guy finally shipped it yesterday. So I'm like, oh man, it was supposed to arrive today. It's Wednesday the 23rd, but because he shipped it yesterday, it's not coming until God knows when. And a couple of books I ordered were supposed to show up today, but I doubt they will because I checked the tracking and they're nowhere near me. So I don't know. We'll see. But some other stuff I want to talk about, which I just found, I still find it amazing because it's going to be talked about. We're going to talk about Amazing Spider-Man. It really is insane. Like the prices of comic books. Collectibles are one thing. Like I could see like statues going for a lot of money and certain things, but on eBay and in the comic book store, comic books are they're getting just out of hand. Like with prices, it's getting a little ridiculous. I went to a comic book store a couple days ago. I'm not going to mention what it is because I don't want to give them bad publicity anyway. But because normally they're cool, but I went in there about originally went in there about 2 weeks ago looking for stuff, and I found a few books that I wanted that I didn't have, and they were going for about $3 to $5 give or take. And at the time, I'm like, you know what, I'll get them another time. There was something else I wanted to get, and I'm like, all right, I'll save my money for that. So I didn't buy them. On eBay, they were like about $2 a piece, and then like $2 shipping. So I'm like, I'm kind of in the same thing. Like if I buy it at the store, I'm paying just as much as I would with the price on eBay, and then including the shipping, it'd be the same price. So it doesn't really matter, But then at the store, you're getting it right then and there. And I went back on eBay. About the same day that I went to the comic store, like I said a couple days ago. And I looked on eBay, and these books that I wanted were through the roof now. Like it just they're insane. Like they went from $2 to $25. A couple of them were 30. One of them was 50. I'm like, this is ridiculous. And they're not key issues. They're not, it's insane because now anything Amazing Spider-Man, well, it's not just Amazing Spider-Man, but anything Amazing Spider-Man really is just. Let me see which one it was because I wrote it. I kind of marked it off because I did find one finally on eBay that was in my price range. Amazing Spider-Man 173, 174, 175. For some reason, anything 100. Well, I know anything 100 below is expensive now, but now everything 100 to like 500 is getting expensive. It's nuts. And I'm looking at these things. I'm like, they're not even worth that much money. What the hell? And people were bidding on them. It wasn't like it was like a buy me now for $30 something like that. And like, all right, well, good luck. People were actually bidding on these books, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, this is insane. Go to the comic book store. I'm like, they still had it for $5. So what the hell? Comic book store had it for $25 to $30, and I'm like, what the hell? Went up to the guy, said, I was like, this thing, a week ago was $5. I was like, now why is it $25? Oh well, their reasoning is, oh well, we got to compete with eBay. We change the prices weekly now to compete with eBay. If you want to compete with eBay, you don't raise your prices, you lower them. Or at least even if they kept it at the same price that they had it, they'd still be competing with eBay because now it's, I would have bought them. I don't get it. I really don't understand the whole what the hell's going on lately. I mean, like I said, you look at the year 2000, comic books were kind of shaky. Before that, they were going down the tube. Everyone's like, oh, it's not comic books aren't going to last anymore. Nobody's interested. And thank God for the X-Men movie because that kick-started everything. It just got the ball rolling. Which not many people believe, but Blade was actually before X-Men. A lot of people are like, oh, well, So Blade really was, the kickoff point, but X-Men's the one that kind of drove it home. But now, not that I'm upset, but it's funny because I've seen people mention on videos like where back in the day, decades ago, comic books were like frowned upon and like it was like a secret empire. Like, if you were into comic books, it was like a secret society. Like no one was supposed to know you're into comic books because you'd get your ass kicked or whatever it was. Now it's like it's funny because like they used to have like this whole thing. I remember in my school it was like, oh, one day the geeks will rule. The nerds will come and destroy the jocks and everything else, like in an alternate universe, whatever it is. Maybe we're in an alternate universe. Who knows? But now it's just like it's totally switched. Like everything is comic books, comic books, comic books. Sports are kind of down the line, but everything is all. What's the next comic book movie? Who's the next star of the comic book movie? And because of that, which is sad to say, but it's also good, like I said, comic books, because now everyone's trying to cash in on it. But again, the good reason is it keeps the spotlight on it, so it keeps the hobby going. But if it keeps going, and I'm not saying it's a bad direction, but it's getting to the point where it's going to be the super rich are only going to be the people that are going to be able to afford comic books. Because don't even look at the old ones. The new ones are $4 or $5 a piece now. I mean, I've talked about this stuff, in lots of videos, but I'm still amazed by it. I'm sitting there, I'm looking at these things like some of these, like I said, some of these new books are, the minimum is $4. You're like, and this one guy I talked to at work, we were talking about it all day yesterday. We're like, I remember when you can go to a comic book store, with $1 and you'd come away with like 3 books, and I'm like, yeah. I'm not that far back, but I do remember when books were, I think like 85 cents or 75 cents, and well, not recent memory, but one of my memories has always been like there was always $1. Like that was the the hardcore memory in there that I'd go in there with $5, I'd get 5 books, well, $4 because of tax. But nowadays, you go into a place with $5 and you're lucky if you pull out one. Just nuts. It's insane. I mean, it is a double-edged sword. Like you want the publicity on the comics because you want your hobby to keep growing and continuing. You want to get new stories. You want new characters. You want to see how things develop, stuff like that. But the prices are just insane. And then you get people on eBay. Again, it's another double-edged sword. Like you want to be able to buy stuff, you know, that you can't find in your comic book store. But people on eBay now, they're getting a little ridiculous. Like, oh, well, hey, you know, everyone's into Spider-Man now, and, you know, I'm going to charge $50 for a $5 book. And then it's funny because now most of them, like when you look at the eBay prices, right in the description it goes well below, or, you know, well below price guide, you know, whatever. It's like, not really. I don't know what price guide you're reading, but no. But then again, a lot of the books from 100 up have spiked in the price guides. Like I looked at one price guide, and a couple books that a month ago were worth $5 are now worth 20. So it's like, oh my god, which I think it was Amazing Spider-Man, I think 182 or 83, something like that. That thing went up like $20. I'm like, so of course, because I'm trying to um, complete my Spider-Man run, which will take a very, very long time still. But my more focus goal is number 100 up, and then, you know, everything else I'll just kind of get when I get. But now, these books in the hundreds are just, it's crazy, absolutely crazy. But anyway, I've rambled on long enough. That was just wanted to throw that off my chest. And if I get anything in the mail, I will definitely make another video. And I hope this thing worked. Otherwise, you're just going to be watching a whole mime thing going. But hey, this thing was on sale, so I was happy. I got it. I'm like, hey, yeah, it's only $8. Woohoo! So let's hope it's worth the $8. Anyway, yeah, that will do it. My rambling has gone on long enough, and hope everyone enjoys the videos. Enjoyed this video. You know, leave comments if you want. Let me know what you think about this stuff. I always like to hear the comments. Well, read the comments here. Well, I'll make a video. Go ahead. But it's not the size you give the matters. It's what you have in it. And I have an injured dog that I have to go help. Later, everyone.